And welcome back to HWH. So, what we got going on here is specifically a whole new concept that I have going on here for HWH related content. I built myself a layout with random pieces, but the main thing that I have are cars that are based off of different body styles. I've selected them all, but I basically have the specialized game of cups put together. Whichever car I can find underneath any of them is basically the body style that these pile-ups actually represent. So, of course, we did 4 doors, but what about muscle cars, pickups, supercars, and coupes? Well, it's time to find out here. For round 2, what we're going to do here is pick from any one of these 4 cups. But, let's just go ahead and shuffle them around like so. And now, what we got here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what do you know? Looks like pickups are a go for today. Now, as you can see, surprise, surprise, this is basically all the pickup trucks that I currently have on hand, be it fantasy or realistic. Now, for the record, there have been known cases of other pickup trucks appearing, but for the sole sake of not wasting any time with some trucks ending up stuck on the track or flying off in certain ways, we're just going to go with this particular grouping that I have right here. And besides, all the cars you see here, all the groupings that you got here, they're not all of certain body styles. Of course, you see here, these are all the 4 doors that I've gotten from the last episode of HWH. These are not all the 4 door selections I got. And of course, we know the same thing applies with this. This is not all the pickup trucks that I got. Some other trucks I got, including the 2015 Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverado Trail Boss, and there's also a 95 F-150 lifted. But none of those are going to be in use for today. There's also 2 Tough. But unfortunately, that's going to be moved for another episode that I will have later. Until then, only 7 pickups will be in use today. Now, I know that some people might feel a little disappointed about this, but I guess as a good way to make it up, if any of these make it, then well, we'll send them around a second time. A little bonus lap, if you will. See if they can get double points for that. So, now that we got the rotor parts set up and everything else is armed and ready, we're going to get started with the custom 69 Chevrolet. It's quite a nice little piece of art decoration with these colorful squares. And that pretty much does that. So, I guess we'll probably spare the rotor parts for every possible occasion here from here on out. So, well, second time. Let's see if you can make it. And there you go. So, now that we got all that taken care of, let's just see how the 72 Ford Ranchero does. Let's see if he can make it as well. A little long and a little skinny, so might not be the best criteria, but let's just see how it performs. Oh, the corner got stuck in the corner there. Oh, well, there you go. That first corner didn't do too well, but yep. But let's just see how it can do on a second run here. Yeah. Not so sure if I'd be willing to let that count as a win, but clearly, well, I got stuck in the corner back there. Made it through everywhere else, so I guess that's going to be a maybe on that part. I guess we'll just let the rotor be from this point on. So, Ford SVT Lightning. Yet another model that we've seen before then, and actually did a really darn good job in another episode of HWH. If you can remember that, then well, maybe you'll be a part of a good giveaway I'll be doing later. And there you go. The Lightning automatically wins, but second time? Oh! Oh, not quite. Pretty weird. Don't necessarily expect that to happen, but I guess we'll just see how that goes down the line for the rest of the guys here. Next up is a nice golden piece here known as La Troca. Wow, would you look at that? This was kind of an easy setup, so I guess that a lot of models are going to be able to make it through. I don't know about the Ford Ranchero because the part of the corner got stuck in one of the corners there. La Troca, though, quite a surprise. Has similar dimensions as the Ford Ranchero, but definitely not a model you'd expect to get a win. Yeah, I mean, look at that. The proof is right there. So, anyways, though, let's move on to a really good model that I have. The 97 Ford F-150. Very different from an 09 Ford F-150 I got, or the 15 F-150, or most of the others here. It is awesome. And I'll show you why. There you go. In only a few seconds, it just blitzes by every obstacle. And double time, just like that. I guess the rotor can just be detached from here on out. So, here we go. Studebaker Champ. One of the very few Studebaker models that Mattel has produced, but it also works pretty well. Oh, whoops. The wheel was hanging off. But not anymore, because it actually makes it all the way this time. So, one more time. Yep, impressive victory lap. It's quite amazing that we're already getting a bunch of winners here. And the final pickup that we're going to do here is another fantasy model, Solid Muscle, which is part of the rescue team. Oh, okay. Well, that might seem like a problem down the line. But let's give it another try. Oh, it just flips out. Okay, well, I don't know. This doesn't seem like a good thing. Try backwards. Whoa, would you look at that? I suppose the main problem with Solid Muscle going through that corner kicker is because of the back end. I mean, look at that. These little bits right here are just causing it to flip over like that. So, backwards is a good solution here. And, you know, with that pretty much concludes this piece of HWH history at its finest. So hopefully you now know, I guess the rotor part could probably come back at certain points. Maybe not all the time though, like it did in the last episode. But hey, that was still pretty amazing. We got two whole groupings of cars, two body styles, pickup trucks and four-door cars, sedans or any of the sorts. But I guess this layout is just begging for more things to come by. So, with 3 cups left, 3 groupings left, and of course, probably more usage of the rotor piece, I could sure tell you right away, this ain't gonna be over. For a while, at least.
You have some love showing your faces. It had been so long, I thought you disappeared.